You're not alone. Pleasant good morning to you. Good Friday morning to you. Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today, Friday. It is the 6th day of the 6th month, 2025, the 6th day of June. Reminding you it's a good day to have a good day in a good way. It's classic in the morning time. So good, so happy to be with you this morning again. Yulin is with us already. What's Mildred? Good morning, Mildred. Catherine Phillip, good morning to you. You have a restful weekend yourself. Yolan Swan, good morning, Yolan. Yolan says good morning to everyone. Of course, good morning to Reverend Samuel Caesar, now in the Southern Grenadines. You'll miss a song. Hope you're doing fine. Monica Mayrose Williams, good morning. She says good morning, everyone. Cheryl Seeley is with us. Cicely Blackman, Veronica Sandy, good morning. Start again. Here's Friday blessings from my good friend. Now this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. That's coming from 1 John 5 and 14. Alright, that's chapter 5 and verse 14. God bless you and your family abundantly, exceedingly, above and beyond. Happy weekend. Thank you very much. The same is extended to you, and let's see, that usually sends to right. Okay, so every day God thinks of you. That's coming from Psalms 139 and verse 17. Every hour God looks after you, coming from 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 3. Every minute God cares for you. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7. Because every second he loves you, and that's coming from Jeremiah 31 and verse 3. Thank you very much, bro. So you see from that, he never leaves us alone. We are never alone. I want to use the opportunity and say a very, very special happy birthday to you, Joan Latouche, affectionately known as Mommy Joan. It's your 75th birthday. Well, happy birthday. You've got greetings coming from your daughter-in-law Samantha, your son Claude, and your cherished grandchildren Christian, Caleb, Carol, and Corey. Now may your day be filled with joy, laughter, and God's richest blessings. That's coming from your daughter-in-law Samantha, your son Claude, and you heard the grandchildren there. It's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock, saying good morning to the guys in the container just after St. Paul's. That road to go through library there. Yeah, you're not alone, guys. Good morning. Yeah, I had to stop and get my coffee there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, good morning, dance. Zobaida Duncan. Zobi, good morning to you. Hope you and the family doing fine. The folks in the home, good morning. Yeah, it's time to dance. Miss Wells, good morning in Atlanta. How you doing? Miss Monica Mayrose Williams, good morning to you. We will touch base today. Yep, good morning to Daddy Godwin and, of course, Miss Joan and everybody in the family. Jillian McIntyre, good morning. Sherry Ann Nichols. She did an affidavit and had her name changed, right? Mildred Smith is finally with us, of course. Natalia Ross is with us. It's time for the word of the day, and that word today is lament. Lament. L-A-M-E-N-T. Lament. And it simply means to express sorrow or regret. Lament. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. She lamented the loss of her childhood home. Yeah, oh how I wish I can go back to the place that we call Blogger Hill. Sugar Hill, yeah. That's up in Moya, in the back of Moya. Good morning. You know, in the days of Miss Willis and Miss Doshi and Alstead and, you know, the guys Pep and Pax and all those guys. You know, I wish I can go back to those years, man. Miss Cynthia and Miss Betty and, oh my goodness me. Good morning to you wonderful folks inside of Moya and Pearls. Auntie Alma, good morning to you. How are you doing? So remember the word of the day today. That word is lament, L-A-M-E-N-T, and it means to express sorrow or regret. Nice. As I journey to this distant land. Let your light shine, Uncle Innocent. So says Reverend Samuel Caesar. I try my best, man. Sylvina Charles, good morning. So let wisdom be there. Yeah. How do you do, Pegleg? What's up, guy? It's a good day to have a good day. Good morning to the folks at the housing project in Corinth. Don't forget, folks, you can also get your punch a cream. Yeah. Give them a call. Sweet Traditions. Do I have it right? I have the name right. Good morning, Miss Merrill and Mr. Leon. I know I'll get punished for that. Do I have the name right? The best punch a cream on the island. Check them out. Folks, don't forget the King of the Grill, the Maggie King of the Grill is on tomorrow, and there are some specials that will be coming, and these specials will only be available on that day. Yeah, we have the Grenada Cooperative Credit Union League having their second annual specials. The Grenville Credit Union, Floor, you know, a number of them. They will be having specials only on that day, so you've got to be there. Yeah, good morning to all the sponsors involved in that momentous occasion and event that people look forward to every year. The Maggie King of the Grill, the Grenada Distillers, all those of you involved, all the grillers. I will be grilling tomorrow. I'll be grilling some Julie mangoes. Have you ever eaten that? Nice. Good morning, Nadisha and the folks inside of Cafe, Miss G and Louie and Miss Holmes and everybody. Crowshoe, good morning. The Sandersons, good morning. Ryan, long time no see, man. We have to have some of that stuff, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, we need to meet and have some of that stuff, right? I don't know if the doctor will let me off this weekend, boy. Good morning, Dr. Francis Martin. How are you doing? The folks inside of Toko Bay, good morning. Agai, good morning. While in Agai saying good morning to Miss Valerie Farray. Good morning. Hope you're doing fine. Tyler. Holy Spirit, take my soul. How you do? You behaving? Nice. Okay, the word of the, not the word, but the motivational tip of the day is up next. Learn from failures. That's a nice one. That's a real one. Learn from failures, huh? Instead of fearing mistakes. Instead of fearing mistakes, view them as lessons that guide you closer to your goals. Now, falling and failing, they're inevitable. You will, you know? Except you're a big hypocrite and a fake. Because if you're living a normal life, failures and disappointments and so forth, you know, they're part of the process. You know, I was talking with Big J last night. And, you know, your daily routine is not your life. You know, the things that you get up to do every day, it's not your life. Your life is a journey, huh? Your daily routines are just that. They're the daily routines. Like me, I get up 3 o'clock when I can and rush to get to GBN to be with you. That's my daily routine. But my life is a journey that has so many twists and turns and curves and hurdles and humps and bumps that if you're not careful, man, you'll give up because you say, man, I just came through one and the next one comes. But guess what? Nothing is a surprise to God, eh? Nothing. It's all part of his plan for you. Marilyn Gilbert says, blessed Friday to all. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning, Lauren, Salim, and Joan in Hermitage. All right, let's see what's buzzing this morning. We're running out of time. Buzzing this morning, farmers to benefit from early planting season. The legal fraternity to be engaged on tax compliance. In the region, St. Lucia's government announces reduction in airport service taxes. Internationally, the Trump-Musk relationship implodes with insults and threats. And in sports, the countdown continues to the Whitsuntide Games, which is on this weekend. And of course, basketball fans, Thunder and Pacers. Well, you'd be surprised. The first game. We've got these stories and more coming up in the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather, which comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
2 of Calypso's Powerhouse, Big J and Sour Supper are launch month 2025. Calypso Power Launch on Saturday, June 7th at the Lassages Had Court in St. David from 8 p.m. featuring Calypso, Toka Kaiso, and X-Tempo. Come here, Big J's new offerings for 2025. Plus Sour Supper celebrating 20 years this year. Plus Junior Monarch Morty, Royalty, Shamak, Calypso Monarch Innocent, The Great King Darius, Squeezy, Smallies, and more. All backed by the Heatwave Band with MC Senator. Early bird tickets are $30. General admission $40. Available at Lixon Bikes, Grenadian Optical, St. David's Pharmacy, and Jew at Lotto in Grenville. Sponsored by Cocoa Breeze Bar, Hanky's Grenada, Kiskate, Chopstick, Distributors, Hero Bay Express, Paddy's Shipping, Waditi Rentals, and Dana's Tasty Food. Endorsed by the Spice Mass Corporation.
Sporting fans, ready yourselves for the most anticipated Whitsuntide Games, June 7th and 8th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come support our athletes as they compete with some of the region's best in the field and on the tracks. Save the date, June 7th and June 8th, Whitsuntide Games at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Stay tuned for more info. Whitsuntide Game 2025.
If you are 50 over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50 plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Optical. Is this
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, 6th June 2025. Coming up in the news, farmers to benefit from early planting season. The legal fraternity to be engaged on tax compliance. In the region, St. Lucia's government announces reduction in airport service taxes. Internationally, the Trump-Musk relationship implodes with insults and threats. And in sports, a countdown continues to Whitsuntide Games and first the final match, Thunder versus Pacers. We've got the details of these and more after these messages.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
Share the great taste of Grace Foods.
Quality nutrition from generation to generation.
The goodness of Grace Foods.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Farmers are in for an early plant distribution season this year. The plant distribution begins on the 17th of June with an official ceremony at the Maribor Propagation Station. The Ministry of Agriculture has attributed the early start to favorable weather conditions, combined with the dedication and hard work of staff at the various propagation stations, enabling the ministry to create an optimal growing environment for plantlets. Following the official ceremony at 9 a.m. on June 17th, farmers and gardeners will have the opportunity to purchase high-quality subsidized plantlets, including fruit trees, ornamentals, and spices. The government propagation stations are located at Maribor and Boulogne in St. Andrew, Ashenden in St. David, and Maran in St. John. The sale of plants will continue until supplies are exhausted. The sale of citrus varieties will commence later in 2025. The legal fraternity is the latest group of workers being encouraged to engage in dialogue with government on taxes. As part of the Inland Revenue Division's ongoing taxpayer engagement program for 2025, practicing attorneys, barristers, lawyers, and other legal professionals are being invited to a consultation session on Thursday, 12th June. The meeting with the legal minds will address key matters such as tax compliance requirements and other tax-related concerns involving the profession. The invitation from government also assured that the platform will allow for practitioners to raise concerns, share challenges, and offer insights to help shape a more responsive and efficient tax environment. The meeting is scheduled to commence at 2:30 p.m. at the Ministry of Finance Conference Room at Galleria Mall in Grand Anse. CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, has described the July 3rd to 7th face-off between West Indies and Australia as more than just a game of cricket. The test match, which will be played in Grenada, is expected to have significant economical, social, and cultural benefits to the island. We have more in this report.
And we are therefore engaging in a strong local media campaign where we are going to be working with GBN, with MTV, with radio stations around the country, and we're going to be doing giveaways, and we're also going to be running the Fuller Energy spots. What we find is that it's a very digital world at the minute, so social media is going to play a very important part, and again, we're going to be using some of the local content creators, etc., to really talk about cricket and what cricket means to us. There is going to be a bus crawl because obviously life doesn't only exist in St. George's, so we're going to be taking it out into the community, into Grenville, into Grove, into Subides, etc., so that again we get the schools and the kids in the schools really excited and passionate about
That was CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach. Refurbishment work on the National Cricket Stadium is expected to be completed within the coming weeks. The full Energy Home Test Series is expected to attract hundreds of visitors, ignite national enthusiasm, and give cricket fans a chance to witness world-class action while enjoying authentic Grenadian hospitality. Grenada last hosted an international test match in March 2022 when the West Indies took on England. That concludes the first segment of news, the local segment. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they are straight ahead. Turning our attention now to the region, St. Lucia government has announced a reduction in airport service taxes. The St. Lucia government on Thursday said it has agreed to reduce the airport service charge by 50% and that the new rate is applicable to commercial flights originating from any Caribbean destination to St. Lucia and vice versa. A government statement said that Prime Minister Philip Pierre has authorized the statutory instrument giving effect to the reduction effective June 1st, 2025. As a result, the airport service charge moves from EC $68 to EC $34 for the next 6 months, ending December 31st, 2025. A statement from the St. Lucian government says the lowered charges will positively impact regional air travel and underscores the Pierre administration's commitment to making interventions that are attentive to the needs of everyday St. Lucians. Looking further afield, tensions between U.S. President Donald Trump and tech billionaire Elon Musk seem to have reached a breaking point, and their friendship appears over. For more than a week, Musk had been complaining about Trump's signature piece of legislation, a spending bill, and has been actively lobbying against it. On Thursday, Trump met with the German Chancellor in the Oval Office and spoke candidly about his disappointment with Musk. In response, Musk launched a series of extraordinary attacks on X, including suggesting without evidence that Trump appears in unreleased files related to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Trump shot back several times, saying on Truth Social that Musk went crazy and was asked to leave the administration. He also threatened to cut government contracts with Musk's companies. Amid the fighting, Tesla's stock price dropped a significant 14%, lowering Musk's EV company below the $1 trillion threshold. The public feud comes after Musk last week officially left his government post, where he was asked to with rooting out excessive spending through Doge. Israel has carried out several airstrikes on Beirut's southern suburbs, saying it was targeting Hezbollah's drone production. The attack on Thursday night, the eve of Eid al-Adha, one of the most important celebrations in Islam, followed evacuation warnings for several buildings in the area where Hezbollah is based in the capital. The Israeli Defense Force said it had identified a Hezbollah unit producing thousands of drones underground, funded by Iranian terrorists. The attack occurred despite a ceasefire being in effect between Israel and the armed group for the past 6 months. And finally, a judge presiding over Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial has threatened to ban the disgraced music mogul from the courtroom for nodding and making faces at members of the jury. Judge Aaron called his actions absolutely unacceptable. Mr. Combs' attorneys assured the judge that it would not happen again. The judge said Mr. Combs was vigorously nodding during the cross-questioning of a friend of Mr. Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who accused the rapper of holding her over a balcony. Mr. Combs has pled not guilty to all charges, including sex trafficking and a racketeering conspiracy. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Sports officials are counting down the hours to the start of the Whitsuntide Games. The 2 days meet runs off at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium this Saturday and Sunday. The meet is expected to attract in excess of 1,000 athletes from clubs in Grenada and across the region. Sanctioned by the Grenada Athletics Association, the meet has become part of its calendar of events. PRO Kwame Hippolyte says they are ready.
This weekend, it's the Whitsuntide Games at the Kirani James National Athletic Stadium. We start daily at 9 a.m. We encourage everyone to come out and support the athletes as they look to not only end the season, but continue their athletic development. So far for the season, we've seen continued improvement of the athletes, and so we do hope and we are certain that these athletes will continue their progress. We hosted the technical meeting for our local teams, and we will be doing so for our regional teams. They are going to do their final declarations of competitors, and so that we can put the final icing on the cake for the games this weekend. So we encourage everyone to come out and support these athletes and come out and see the best of regional athletics, some of the best athletes on the regional scene as they vie for qualification towards the World Championship later in this year, as well as other regional and other international meets.
The games will feature athletes from Grenada and other Caribbean countries, including Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago. And finally, basketball fans, the NBA, well, the Indiana Pacers have done it again, pulling off another incredible comeback to stun the Oklahoma City Thunder on the road in Game 1 of the 2025 NBA Finals. The Pacers trailed the entire game, including by 15 points in the fourth quarter, before taking the lead for the first time on Tyrese Halliburton's game-winning jump shot with 0.3 seconds left. It wasn't until the final minutes that Oklahoma City's grip on the game seemed in doubt. The Pacers committed a season-high 25 turnovers, but the Thunder's poor shooting performance kept Indiana in the game. Regular season MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led all players with 38 points, at least twice as many as every other player, on 14 of 30 shooting, but missed in a 15-footer that set up Halliburton's game winner. Game 2 is on Sunday night in Oklahoma City. And that's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports for you in our luncheon edition and, of course, in our primetime newscast later on this evening. We now head to the Met Office at the MBIA for the weather report. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1015.1 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 28.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 27 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at only 0.4 of a millimeter. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times, and possible isolated thunderstorms. There's a low chance of flash flood. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 30.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be low. Tides are currently low and will be high around midday. Sunset this evening at 6:30. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:41. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times, and possible isolated thunderstorms. There's also a chance of flash floods. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
And Tricia, just before you run off, I heard you for today. Now, what does the weather look like for tomorrow?
We expect this instability to continue into tomorrow morning. So anything after tomorrow morning, clearing up.
Okay. Is there anything you can do at the airport to kind of hold the weather back? Because you've got a big show coming up tomorrow night at La Sagesse, you know?
Unfortunately, I cannot. But you could call back to get an update because, as I said, it's like looking more into tomorrow morning and then clearing up.
Okay. I guess we just have to pray.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good weekend, Tricia.
You too. Thank you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Get money where you are, bonus anywhere you are, send money over with Western Union.
This is whoa, oh, oh, oh. This is whoa. Is Western Union. Send to your friends and your family. With Western Union, we're moving money. No matter where you are, you will never fall.
Get money where you are, bonus anywhere you are, send money over. Move it for better.
Western Union, moving money for better.
It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Farmers to benefit from early planting season. The legal fraternity to be engaged on tax compliance. In the region, St. Lucia's government announces reduction in airport service taxes. Internationally, the Trump-Musk relationship implodes with insults and threats. And in sports, countdown continues to Whitsuntide Games, and Indiana Pacers have done it again. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, June 6th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, a safe, restful, productive, and positive weekend, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network. I also want to take the opportunity to, if you haven't made up your mind as yet, well, make it up now that the place to be tomorrow is at the Monrouge playing field for the Maggie King of the Grill. You'll be hearing a whole lot of that throughout the day. Thank you for viewing and listening. That's it.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
The Mass officially starts now as Spice Mass Cooperation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veko, Jab Jab, Short Knee, Moko Jambi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion.
If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, and Go to Fit at $75. Sponsors Brighton & Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Coop Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Urias Peters. Don't you miss it.
You break a come back, boy. You break a come back. Back.
Refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important.
Stabilizer
So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp?
All right, folks, it's now 12 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time we join Corporal Troy Paul of the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Corporal.
Good morning to you, and good morning to all your listeners. It's that time again. It's Friday also, and persons will say, thank God it's Friday. But I want to ensure persons that I must give them some traffic advisory this morning as it relates to getting to work safely and getting to work on time. This morning, so far, by reaching out to persons in the various areas, and we have a little bit of traffic update from Grenville as well. So I will start with Grenville, and the traffic there is rather moderate at the time. Little to no traffic proceeding through the streets of Grenville, so you have no delays through the streets of Grenville at the time. You can drive freely. But remember, as the time progresses up to the 8 o'clock hour, expect a little bit of traffic in the town of Grenville. Heading right down as we come down to Calvini, we already start seeing a build-up of traffic in that area as well. It's customary to have a build-up of traffic in that area, and also going down onto the Toby Road. That is the road that exits onto the Woodlands Public Road, close to the Glasscoat factory. We also start seeing a build-up of traffic in that area as well. Also, the Grand Anse Public Road, we also start seeing a build-up as well. But however, we expect that these traffic to get heavier as it gets closer to the 8 o'clock hour. However, also in the area of the Grand Anse, expect persons, there will be officer or warden in the area of food fair who will assist in regulating the traffic to make it a lot smoother for you as the traffic starts building in that area. As we move on to the town of St. George's and also adjoining areas and roads, so far it's moderate traffic flowing through the town of St. George's and also all its adjoining roads. But however, St. Paul's also starts seeing a build-up in traffic at the time, also on Maras Hill as well. And as I stated, as it gets closer to the 8 o'clock hour, then we also expect a build-up in those areas. And it's also Fridays, and we normally see a heavy volume of traffic on Fridays in all the areas that I've just mentioned. So persons, you need to leave home if you haven't left as yet, at least leave at least 15 minutes earlier, because you don't want to be stuck in the traffic jam this morning on a Friday. And you have to get to work on time. So, as I've stated, expect a heavy flow of traffic on Friday, which is today, in all those areas. So, persons, be guided accordingly. But however, there will be persons, officers deployed to assist in areas of roundabouts. Normally, you will have persons in the area of Springs, therefore, to regulate traffic to make it an easier flow for motorists. But however, that is all the traffic update that we have for you this morning. I just want to leave one tip. It's in relation to speeding this morning. Section 58 of the Road Traffic Act speaks about it. We have a speed limit of 20 miles for all our towns, 40 and 35 respectively for private vehicles and passenger buses and goods service vehicles out of the town of St. George's. So I want persons to be guided of the speed limits, and failure to adhere to it, you can be charged. And also I want to remind persons that speeding thrills but also kills. So let us drive to arrive alive, and drive within the condition of our roads at the time. So I just want persons to be mindful that speeding can cause motor vehicular accidents based on your reaction time.
All right, Corporal Paul, thank you very much, and we look forward to our engagement on Monday. But before we run off, I'd like to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
If you're texting, who's driving?
Who's driving? This quote just never gets old.
No.
And it always resonates.
I love this. To you and your department, and by extension the RGPF, have yourselves a great weekend and continue doing this miraculous work that you do.
Thank you very much, and we will continue to do just that, so that the public can have some easement in traffic whenever they're driving on the nation's road, because our responsibility is to keep the nation's road safe for all road users.
Thank you very much, Corporal. All right, folks, that has been the traffic report for today. I've been speaking there with Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF. We take a quick commercial break and we come back after these messages.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Take the first step to home your way with Nexa, where dreams of your perfect home are within reach. Follow your unique path to home ownership with the comforts you always envisioned. A space where every corner reflects your style and every room is filled with your memories. Whether you're buying land or your first house, building or remodeling your home, Nexa's Home Your Way loan is designed to fit your needs with flexible rates, friendly terms, and the support of a community that cares. Home Your Way. Your home, your dreams, your way. Start with Nexa. Call 440-1354. Visit nexacreditunion.com or email loans@nexacreditunion.com.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. Located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
All right, good morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the conversation this morning. As you heard me say earlier, I have some of my brethren in the studio this morning. The carnival season is upon us, and I am the only, and I could take that claim, the only announcer that really calls the Calypsonians all the time and asking them for their music. And but this morning we're not here just to promote the music, but we're also here to promote the Flavors of Calypso event that comes up tomorrow evening at the La Sagesse playing field. So with me this morning, to my immediate right, is a long-time bona fide Christopher Squeezy Antoine. There you go. All right. And to his immediate right is Kozo Jason Joseph, Big J. Good morning. To Big J's right is a long-time brother from another mother, fell on Blackett, the Smallies, making a bounce back this year. And of course, the man celebrating 20 years in the business, Mr. Sean Sour Serpent Niles. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, morning, innocent, and morning to the Grenadian public.
I almost put the L in front, only realizing that I ain't got that. Now, Flavors of Calypso. Serpent, I'm starting with you. How is the event coming on for tomorrow?
Well, we are going fantastically well. The only challenge we have is not enough persons giving us some sort of support, right? But in terms of the organization and the interest on the ground, it's fantastic.
Okay, all right, that's good news. You're celebrating 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that is part of the big celebration tomorrow. In addition to the fact that you're launching your 2025 campaign to dethrone the reigning monarch.
Yeah, it sounds like political, so please rephrase.
Yes, okay.
It's not a campaign.
Okay.
Because I'm not looking for votes. Right. But it's just my efforts. My offerings.
Offerings. Yes.
For
so we move from politics to church.
Yeah. So I just thought it was a nice gesture to fill the gap. After I spoke to Smallies and Squeezy and Big J and Darius, we decided, it's a great idea because without them, it would fall flat, and then we introduced some small young artists to create a nice balance.
Okay.
But they gave me really good support, and we're here now.
Okay. All right. So your music is basically ready to, because fans are anxiously, I can tell you from the day I launched your song, all right, people are calling up to this morning. Say good morning to Miss Anne-Marie.
Good morning, Miss Anne-Marie. I'm betting it's Anne-Marie by Roger on his side up there.
No.
Well, look, another Anne-Marie, two Anne-Maries. Well, that's fantastic.
Yes, right. This morning we were having a conversation, and she's so much in love with your songs. All right, good. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah. I'm going to go to the next celebrant at the moment. I'm going to save the best for last. Jason Big J Joseph. Good morning, bro. How are you doing?
Morning, Innocent. Nice for having me.
Yes.
I'm fair to find.
You're fair to find. And Trisha Miller from the Met Office this morning said we can expect some inclement weather today and into the early morning. I asked her if there's anything she can do to kind of hold the weather off tomorrow. She said no, we go pray. So we pray that we have good weather tomorrow. So, Big J, how's the season looking for you this year?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think the season looking for me. I'm looking for the season.
You're looking for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preparation for the show tomorrow. I must indeed say it's going well. Already have one tune, and I'm ready to launch that today. One song. The other song is still on press in studio, but by next week. God's As well, we should be getting the other calypso. So,
okay.
So far, so good, brother.
That's good news. That's good news. One of my favorites from you was Voices. The Voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you coming in that line this year again?
Well, boy, the voice ain't changing now. It's the same old rusty voice. Yeah, it's the same old rusty voice.
Lovely. All right, well, and what can fans expect from Big J tomorrow night?
Performance. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Put on a show, make the people enjoy, give them the money's worth.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be real intriguing. I'm telling you, I'm going to go there and I'm going to give it 150, right. Everything. 150. In the tank.
That sounds like a bus fare there. Well, on Black in the Smallest, before we do that, before I touch on Smallest, fans haven't been hearing from Smallest for a while. I have some new music that I'm going to drop, but I want to take a little of this.
I'm Mr. Positive, you better change your plan. Give the people what they want. Oh God. So many years I'm singing songs for my country. So many years I'm singing positive songs. My only delight is social commentary. I never love to sing no negative songs, but don't care how much I try to be classy. They keep ignoring my classical songs. But a drunken man by rum shop told me, Smally boy, they taking you for a clown. Cause every year you keep coming with some sweet calypsos. But the judges and them just wouldn't give you the nod. They say once you keep riding with your brother Ajamo, your pocket fat so you don't deserve no reward. So if you want to make the finals, listen what I say. Mr. Positive.
Give the people what they want.
Mr. Positive, that's me.
Smallest, you've taken a break from the thing, man. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine, Just there listening, observing sometimes, I get a lot of pain sometimes too when Carnival come around because
where you put your hand on your head where?
What I did, in your hand. For a couple time, stop going to the events. For instance, last year I haven't go to one Carnival event, and which is bad, But I realize, going to the events, I'm harming myself. Apart from not singing, I'm getting more pain.
You had an insult to injury.
Yeah. I'm getting more pain, and which is bad, to somebody who really contributed to Calypso for all this amount of years and love Calypso, the art form so much, So I decided, I don't want to end up in Calypso Hospital.
I like this.
This is one of the topics, So Pant and the other guys are wrong, keep on telling me Smallies, people telling me, you've been contributing to Grenada, for quite a while. Forget about the position. You have, singing good songs like Mr. Positive, for the spin and other things like that, Come back. We need you in the art form and things. So right now I'm trying to do some healing. I'm trying to do some healing, and see what could happen,
Okay, so from your recollection, when was the last time you performed on a Calypso stage?
Maybe 3 years back.
That's too long. That is too long. Because, I know you well, and I know Calypso is in your DNA. So I could only, empathize with you and know how you feel and how you felt when you're watching the season going and you're going to the shows and you're supposed to be up there. You know what I'm saying? I know the kind of feeling.
But I should confess, although I'm not on the Calypso stage, but I'm still on stage, in the bathroom. Whenever I'm in the bathroom, always singing, and in the mirror.
The audience of all.
Of course, yes, because I'm trying to keep the thing, because you never know when. Calypso is a zombie,
Of course.
And Calypsonian should attest to that. A lot of Calypsonians who mightn't tell it, and some will tell you, but it's a zombie.
Yeah.
When he really take you.
Yeah. There's a time, there's so many times I try to stay away from it, And, I start going back to church and this and that. But once you see like February, March, April, there's something that giving me a little, I don't know if it's to call it a zombie.
I feel like, there's no other way I could really, but it's a good zombie.
Yeah.
Not a bad zombie.
All right. Okay.
It's
a cultural bond.
Cultural bond, and it's a positive way of, man, I can't sit down again every time, like in chains, in slavery, in chains. I got to get loose.
Yeah. Free me.
I'm not loose as yet, but I think the time is coming.
So let me go into the future. Is this to say that Smallies is going to be back next year?
I'll answer for him.
Please.
He's already back.
He's already back. Okay. Okay. All right. Lovely. All right.
He's going back to the future.
Okay. All right. So, what can the fans expect from you tomorrow night, man?
Well, everybody should know me by now as Smallies. When I reach on stage, I use no alcohol. I use no smoke.
Okay.
But when I come out from stage, I high. Because when I reach on stage, I just do my thing and make sure the people feel happy and get off.
Okay.
But I have some new techniques now because I've been using the oil, what I've been using in the oil here. The same oil to rub the waist, so. Yes.
And Smallies really does have a wine. Yeah. You could get drunk by looking at it.
So
this is one of my favorites from here, Smallies.
Yeah.
Make me blood run cold. She says, Smally boy, you ain't getting old. What is the recipe? I want to know. What is it really have you looking so? Till I eat the food every day that my wife does give me. And it's the juice that have me looking for rosy. When come for me food, you know I don't compromise. So I don't go strong and eat no Kentucky fries. When they ask why you're looking so sweeter than a Julie mango, always looking fresh like a cacaro. I'm down here so long but me age won't show. Don't ask me, ask pretty, what you up do? What you feeling the kunku?
Oh my goodness.
You got to bring him in.
You have to bring that one?
Yeah.
You have to.
Why didn't sing that instead of pan?
Even if you have to do it on tracks, you have to bring that. Well, Smallies, your repertoire of songs over the years, you've always been there. I remember, right? It's not like you're older than me because my height would prove you wrong, okay? But I remember as a youngster coming to Calypso shows in Sea Moon, and man, Smallies was there even in those times with Squeezy and the Darius and the Tangle and those guys. But as you rightfully say, you really have to ask the wife what she puts in the food because you haven't changed much. So it means that you're doing something right, so keep on doing it.
Besides the food is mindset too.
Okay.
The mindset,
All right.
And I want to let go with the secret.
Yeah, okay.
Soup.
The soup. A soup.
Yeah, man.
And Kuvali and Snapper.
Yeah.
The real Mokai.
The mindset.
The real Mokai. Alongside Smallies tomorrow night is another S. A guy that we go way back. In all the years, you remember when you saw him in Riverdale, man?
All about man.
Yeah.
Not just Riverdale.
The Flatbush.
Dale Revival.
Christopher Squeezy Antoine. He has, the reputation of being one of Grenada's most prolific writers and performers. He has kind of taken a mini hiatus in recent times, not coming forth as somebody else. You understand? Squeezy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
Yeah,
Thank God.
I could see that. You two haven't changed much. Well, there's something about that generation of artists. You and Smallies and Darius to an extent with the fat self, and you know what I'm saying? You all look the same to an extent.
Well,
what is it?
Darius tell me they drink a lot of kojo root. So that was keeping Darius there. So I tell him to bring some kojo root for me. So tomorrow I go pick up some kojo root by Darius. And I tell him if he want to do the thing good, mix the kojo root with young jelly water.
That's a secret.
Go ahead.
Could I be Darius just for today? I don't mind being Darius just for today. Bring some of that. Tell Darius bring some of that for me.
Okay.
You know what? I shouldn't have talked that. Everybody go want it now.
Yeah, Darius doesn't answer your phone.
Yeah. But you have to call him and tell him you're calling him so you go answer. Squeezy, how have you been, man?
Well, be honest with you, I'm not complaining. Sometimes you just have to live in isolation. You can't be in people's face all the time. Sometimes you have to isolate yourself to come back as how you're supposed to be, But if you be in people's face all the time, then it's not so good for the...
Yeah, sometimes you have to stay out of the circle to watch inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the box, out the box.
Yeah.
In the pan, out the pan.
All right. So, you haven't been actively in competition, but you've been doing shows here, there, and everywhere. I know you tour quite a lot. You go to Canada, you go to Germany, you go all over the place. But for Grenada, what can fans expect from Squeezy tomorrow night?
Well, of course, Squeezy. I'm not too sure if I can whine like before, but I know I can still whine.
Okay.
So they're going to get a little bit of whining tomorrow for that.
Hold on. Don't go for that. There's a song that you did, right? Myself and Harold Paisa, the MC, that show in, I think it was Tilden Hall or somewhere, and you created a storm with this. Listen to this. You remember this song? Squeezy, this song is always on my mind because that night in question, you just tore the place apart with your performance, and you're still energetic, so I know you have it still.
Well, in those days I used to go to the gym and work hard and build muscles, but as you get older you don't want to do all those stuff again, because remember, as you get older, the ligaments is getting weaker.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put all this heavy weight. Let the weight go somewhere else.
Yeah. I like that. That's a nice answer. Let the weight go somewhere else. Yeah. But Squeezy, in terms of competition, do you intend on coming back in the arena?
Well, put it like this. I'm in the process of writing one more song. It's almost finished. I finished one song already. I'll be going to record with Denzel next week. And I'll pray about it, but I'm not too sure. If God tell me to compete, I compete. If God say no, it's no.
Okay.
Simple like that.
So what is your advice on Calypso?
Always.
Some people believe Calypso is the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah. No.
Thank you for just reinforcing.
Anything a man do, any move you make, most of the time, is a spiritual move.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
The physics cannot move without the spirit. If the spirit is dead, then the physics is dead. But if the physics is dead, the spirit is alive.
Yeah. So somebody pass around with our offering plate, boy. We are serving.
I think I studied theology in the oldies too, I think.
Yeah, I used to study theology.
Yeah, so I
was a little church man. I used to sing in the church. Hallelujah.
There's a lot of things about California that people don't know.
I thought it was me alone.
BJ, what about you?
Yeah, I was acolyte. For a long while.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm born right behind the Catholic church, you know.
Yes.
The church is here, so I couldn't run.
You didn't have a choice.
Yeah. I didn't have a choice.
You didn't have a choice.
Father Sean, I remember
you
Father
see me
Sean.
naming that thing too.
Right, yeah. Sean was the priest.
Yeah,
you see?
Well, that's the man that named me. I'm Sean. That's Father Sean.
Oh,
yeah. You
Father
see?
Sean, he was an Irish priest.
He's still around, you know.
Still around?
Yeah, man.
In Grenada?
In Grenada. He's in Grenada.
Is Father Sean Duggett?
Most singers come from the church.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Even in America, Whitney Houston, all of them, they must church.
Right.
Yeah. And eventually, what I've noticed, the trend is that sometimes most of them, when they're reaching the sunset years, they go back to the church.
Yes. Well, you always have to go back, you know.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing because I remember I was in convert class looking to get baptized.
Yeah.
When they come to baptize me, I run under the bed.
I too.
I say I am baptizing. And my mother is a Christian. Yeah, my mother say, no, he ain't there. That time I planning to don't sing me Calypso already. I said, me.
So your mother went and tell them, Squeezy said to say he ain't there.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. So it's always we really, I know the Cultural Foundation started this series of documenting Calypso and the culture and so forth, and I think they seem to have paused on it. But if Calypsonians really put their history together, we have a unique thing. We have our own place in a country's sphere. We have our own little segment. People could listen to Calypsonian stories.
Yeah.
And get some kind of inspiration one place. Go ahead, yes.
Kozo, let me just go in here for a bit. Hear what going on here this morning, which is so strange. The first person who encouraged me to sing a Kaiso is Smallies. Really? I was a rum shop Kaiso man. Me and Smalley used to meet up. We used to live kind of close. And I sing by the road and things. And Smalley said, Big G, sing a Calypso. And Sean, because I used to feel like I was this big soca man, I used to sing soca.
I know.
Yeah, Mandela Links.
Yeah.
And a day in the prelims in Las Vegas, as I come down, Sean told me, he said, Mr. Man, don't go back and then people think there. Come and over. Yeah.
You are barak.
He said, Lee Mandela do it thing. Because we used to do it like a collab. And Big J, come sing Kaiso. And look the two guys here today.
Wow.
Sean here, Smallies. But the first man is Smallies.
And that's why that song, Mr. Positive, I always go into that song because I'm not boasting too much, but I'm a positive kind of person.
Yeah.
And if I see something, I really observe people, and if I see something in them, I'll tell them. Darius could attest, and he could tell you guys that which he had said before. When Darius stopped singing, me and Jamo.
Yeah.
I said, Jamo, we did on a road show, and he hiding, eh? I should say hiding. I don't want people to see because Calypso and the kind of thing you tell yourself you should be there singing. Right. I said, look at Jamo, look at Darius here. Me and Jamo jumped down from the truck. We would show, I said, what you doing, Jared? This thing missing you. Right. I missing you personally because it's a figure I just look up to because just the way the man perform, the way he sing is different to people.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, boys. I feel I'll come back and I'll take all the advice. And I was surprised when he come back.
Yeah.
Bam, when he come back. Come.
Yeah, just like that. That was in 2000.
Yeah.
In 2000.
Yeah.
I would always remember that because in 2000, Darius beat me in the St. Andrews competition by 2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that when I did the Millennium and what was it? I can't remember the song.
So you remember all you beat me up that time too, no?
You were in the competition? Oh, yeah, Randy was there. Okay, tell you what, folks, we need to take a commercial break. It's 15 minutes after 7. We come back. Reminding you, everyone, that we have the Flavors of Calypso tomorrow night, but earlier in the day, it's the GBN's Maggie King of the Grill. All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Grenada, it's what we've been waiting on. The countdown to the Maggie King of the Grill. It's back at its legendary home, Montrouge Playing Field. Grand Dance on Saturday, June the 7th. The Flames return with Grill Masters battling for glory. All the action starts at 12 noon. Then from 6 p.m., we go stateside for live entertainment by the Caress Band. It's food, fun, and flavor, all powered by Maggie. Loads of attraction for the kids, bouncy castle, games, and plenty of fun for the little ones while we indulge in smoky goodness. Don't miss the vibe, the flavor, the fierce competition. King of the Grill 2025 is back. Sponsored by Coco. It's the King of the Grill 2025. Maggie King of the Grill. Brought to you by Maggie, the secret of great flavor. Grenada Distillers Limited. Makers of Class Code, Grenada's #1 rum. Grenada Paper Products. Classic Lightning Caribbean. Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. Budget Foods, where quality and affordability call home. Sandals Resort. Flow. Glenelg Spring Water. Blue Bubbles PA Rentals and Event Supplies. Innovation Grenada Limited. And Rubus. Fuel and Grills in competition. It's the Maggie King of the Grill 2025. Be there. Yes, Grenada, it's what we down to the Maggie King of the Grill. It's back at its legendary home, Montrouge Playing Field. Grand Dance on Saturday, June the 7th. The Flames return with Grill Masters battling for glory. All the action starts at 12 noon. Then from 6 p.m., we go stateside for live entertainment by the Caress Band. It's food, fun, and flavor, all loads of attraction for the kids, bouncy castle, games, and plenty of fun for the little ones while we indulge in smoky goodness. Don't miss the flavor, the fierce competition. King of the Grill 2025 is back and better than ever. It's the King of the Grill 2025. Maggie King of the Grill. Brought to you by Maggie, the secret of great flavor. Grenada 403. Makers of Class Code, Grenada's #1 rum. Grenada Paper Products. Classic Lightning Caribbean. Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. Budget Foods, where quality and affordability call home. Sandals Resort. Flow. Glenelg Spring Water. Blue Bubbles PA Rentals and Event Supplies. Innovation Grenada Limited. And Rubus. Fuel and Grills in competition. It's the Maggie King of the Grill 2025. Be there. It's coming alive.
Rise Accredit. always meant. At
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation as we in the final 10 minutes of the program. We've got a brand new selection from Big J. He's going to be doing that tomorrow. Let's take a listen to this one. An interesting name for those of you who support the National Lottery Authority. That is a song. That is not it?
No, they are nothing to do with that.
You're not nothing to do with that?
No.
Okay, all right. Right, it's called Draws.
Granny told me, don't chase no draws, don't chase no draws. You will end up in misery and lose all your dollars, boy. If you go chasing draws, go chasing draws. Well, I hated what Granny said. I never let draws get to me head. But today I see people chasing draws from the country. Man as well as woman despise the age and religion. They're chasing drugs like that is their profession. We had 1 or 2 before, now it's 3 and even more. We have drugs in the morning, drugs midday, mid-evening and night. It's them little drugs that making things down here tight. You spend whole day in the market before the money reach your pocket. You put it in drugs, you lose it in drugs. You save money to buy your child shoes, then you see a mongoose. You put it in drugs, you lose it in drugs. You save some money to buy your lumber, then you see a strange number. You lose it in drugs, you put it in drugs. Well, it's time for somebody see the drugs machine of the whole country. So on the PM, pull down some drugs for me.
Pull down some drawers. Mr. PM, take down some drawers. Remove some drawers. Hold down some drawers.
Yeah.
And if you can do the do, I go make Andy pull it down for you.
Okay.
Ping jiggy bong bong.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that is in the morning. And okay. Big J, what? I know I'm getting some calls just now.
Well, Big J, what happening? You see this drugs thing you're getting on with it? You'll find yourself in a lot of trouble. Be careful.
Okay.
But anyway.
I want to do why is it sufficient?
Yeah. Anyway, what I want to do, we have some sponsors and we have to let people know that the sponsors and them is very important for the show because
forget them.
So my take on the sponsorship is to big up my good friend Dina's. Right? Dina's right in Tongue, you know that? And it's one of the only restaurants, the only restaurant in Tongue that sells oil dung, people. Could you imagine that they say oil dung is the national dish of Grenada? But if you go to any restaurant, mostly all the restaurants in Tongue or Grenville, you can't find oil dung, but you're going to find rice and peas and chicken.
Yeah.
So tell me something. They have to stop that.
Yeah.
Somebody have to make oil dung every day. So when the foreigners come, they could get oil dung to it. So big up Dinners for making oil dung now and again. And of course, one of the only restaurant that sells cocoa tea. And I love cocoa tea so much.
Yeah. Well, one of the I can pitch in as well. Dinners, I mean, Dinners has been doing that for eons of years. I mean, since, as my father would say, since I was a little children, Dinners been on the scene, and she has maintained her quality, her standards, and just get better.
And she always supports Calypso, so that's why.
Big up Dinners.
Dinners is one of our main contributors, and
after 30 seconds, she said, yes, I'm supporting.
Okay.
You know, so she's saying that I'm getting cold bumps now because the sponsorship wasn't that exciting this time around, but Dana, she really came forth for us. So happy to have Squeezy as a flag bearer, so to speak.
Man. Keep making the cocoa tea.
And we want to ask her on air that when we come off this station here, we'll get free breakfast this morning.
Oh boy.
Boy.
But that is a way to beg, boy. As you say, if we do get breakfast, we go WhatsApp.
No, we will.
We go WhatsApp Innocent one for him.
Person ever.
Yeah.
Have lunch and
we're going to WhatsApp Innocent breakfast for him. How he's going to get?
WhatsApp it. Yes. We can TikTok it too.
Alright, good.
We just might be able to shake it.
We're running out of time. Who are the other sponsors?
Well, I will be representing the men on the waterfront tomorrow.
Okay.
As the Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union.
Seamen. Careful with the word seamen.
We usually call the engine room of the country.
Right, yeah.
For sun, because the first thing, anything come out of the container, it deals with that.
Okay.
Hands off.
Okay.
All right, so big out all the hard-working seamen out there, boy. Them cement men, them container men, them dry cargo, loose cargo, whatever cargo. So tomorrow I'm a Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union man.
Okay.
All right. So all Stevie Do.
Yeah.
Vote.
Yeah, man.
Smallies.
Yeah, we want to big up the sponsor, Kiss Cakes and Bellevue St. Davis. Thanks for the sponsorship. And at the same time, Sopan been saying that we have a few sponsors that have been doing a great thing for us. But the other people out there, it's not too late,
Of course.
It's not too late to stretch out a hand, because what we are doing is for Grenada, to bring back the culture together and to keep it alive.
Right.
If you check from since Carnival have been launched, you have not had anything going on apart from due respect to the job you have,
Yeah.
So the council here, we're looking for sponsors still. We are begging, but we're asking.
All they like trouble, all they must talk about the job.
Job must play.
A job asked me, what do you want, job or crime? Which one do you prefer? Job or crime?
Yeah.
So I ain't taking part.
Sopan, from a sponsorship perspective, who you want to highlight again?
First of all, I would want to commend Spice Mass Corporation for giving us the moral support and encouragement, to continue with that, with that event. Ministry of Culture too, they give us some moral support. We expect fiscal support. That is the word, fiscal support.
Yeah, financial support.
Financial support.
Financial
Get it right, financial support. But we assume that would happen. But in any event, they're the ones that making it possible. But some small businesses like Plumbing Solution, Daniel, Plumbing Solution, always there with us, so big them up. Well, I don't want to talk about Dina's again. There's too much. Dina's has been there all the time. Nelson Foods in Woban, the nice food man.
Right.
Always there, always in Nelson, big up. I only had about a 1 minute conversation with him, and he said, okay, I'll give you something. Right? I want to mention GBN too, GBN, again, GBN has been a really, really understanding and caring and loving and supporting this event. So when you see them anytime, tell them and say thanks.
Okay.
Aban distributors in Woban, I don't even know the gentleman, the main guy there, and they gave us something really nice. I didn't say plenty, but really nice. Wagiti, always there.
Yeah, he's a culture man.
For the tents and for the chairs and thing. And we ain't pay yet, but we come in. Once you get the money today, we come in. Right? So Wagiti has been a really big supporter of us, and that's why people support Wagiti, because he supports culture and he supports people. Right? Kiss Cake, of course, Debbie, he's always there. He mentioned Debbie up front in Bellevue. Kiss Cake, the Kiss Cake folks at Bellevue, excellent. Hanky's one of the early contributors. Even if things are tight, as most being insisted.
Garfield is a culture man. He's a Calypsonian too.
Garfield always there. Trios has given us some really, really positive vibes. Kurt Ross is a man is for the culture. He's been sitting on boards, and he's not just a sitting man. He's he's a standing man. He's a standing man that sits on boards.
Yes.
And concrete boards.
Yeah.
Right. And I must mention Archie again. Coco Breeze.
Marvin and the guys.
And if I forget you, you're in my thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? So persons just watch now. Just show up tomorrow. It is something for the Caliso lovers and for the fans. Show up. Money or no money, I go in still. As I'm not here, say, just show up and show us that thing right on your face. Just put that thing, make your face kind of so you know. Just come in. Just come. We have space in our suggest. Come in, have fun, get some brilliant calypsos, and Senator would be in Pinkafor.
Yeah, Pinkafor.
I don't want to be no pink clothes, but he would be in Pinkafor.
Yeah.
So big up Kevin Jacobs and Cess at Spice Master and all the workers. They will be assisting us tomorrow. Chan will be our stage man, and Chan we ain't paying. We'll let you know that up front on air. Right?
That's pro bono.
Kidding you. Yeah. Right, pro bono. Okay, so yeah, so that I really hope I ain't forget anybody else. Big J, did we forget anybody? Oh, Paddy Shipping and Flaves, right? And Tyrell B. Give us all the help and see, because trust me, it's tough, and we're still out. We're still out a good way, and you want to say big up to Baseman too, because we're begging him on air. We have to take it easy with us. And the song man, Dawson's songs. That man is a real champ. This man has given us a song system virtually free.
Okay.
By the time we played Truck and Church down to St. David's, he was really, really good with us.
Okay.
Really, really good. So always gives Dawson some sort of consideration, because he's a man for the culture as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we look forward to a grand event tomorrow night. And for the season, we expect a good season as well. But this is where we got to wrap it up. So I want to thank you all for joining us this morning. It's a one family thing. GBN supports the culture right through. We have the GBN Maggie King of the Grill tomorrow starting at 11. And we know that when people finish that,
up the road,
you know. So we going to be down there early. All right, we'll make a grace appearance there, and then we support the King of the Grill, and when the King of the Grill overs, we head up. So, gentlemen, all the best. Small, it's nice to see you again. Squeezy as always.
Me, sir.
Yeah. Kozo. Folks, that's it for the conversation this morning. We've got to join the BBC, which I presume is already in progress. That's it.
Okay.